All right, well, we've come to this genuine Soviet-era nuclear bunker deep beneath the streets of the Russian capital. You can see there's water pouring in through the walls. There's a very damp, chilly, musty atmosphere here as well. This place was built as a refuge, a command and control center, in fact, for 3,000 members of the Soviet army back in the 1950s at the height of the Cold War, in the event of a nuclear strike by the United States. And we've come here on the eve of President Obama's first visit to Moscow, where he's going to be discussing, amongst other things, reductions in strategic nuclear missiles. In other words, exactly the kind of weapons that these kinds of facilities on both sides of that former Cold War divide were meant to defend against. Well, of course, this facility was decommissioned back in the 1990s. It's no longer used for military purposes. Instead, it's been converted into a Cold War museum, and they've put all these various artifacts from the 1950s and 60s and 70s when it was actually used as a military bunker on display for people to take a look at. You see a little Morse code thing there, communication devices so that the Soviet army could communicate with elements of their forces that had survived after a nuclear attack. There's also a lot of tourists that come here now to take a look and survey this very poignant reminder of the Cold War. This group actually from the United States.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
What about now? What would you hope that President Obama can achieve in this his first visit to Russia?
I would hope that we could begin talking to one another again, that we could begin understanding one another, because when you have talk and you have understanding, you can sometimes come to mutual agreement.
All right, thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Can you hear me, lady? I can hear you. Connect with number 10, please. Which button, number 10?
Do you think the American people still have a certain amount of suspicion, distrust for Russians?
I think a little bit of it lingers, but nothing on the scale of what it was before.
All right, well, one of the gimmicks that this facility now stages for its guests is to simulate a nuclear attack by the United States. I think for me this underlines one very important point, which is that no matter how many problems that exist, no matter how much tensions there are, no matter how many issues President Obama and President Medvedev have to deal with, it is nowhere near as bad as it once was.